Hey everyone, Tenja here. So I had a pretty good week this week, but I was hoping with time walking running till Tuesday, I would have been able to get a few more characters leveled than I did. I did manage to get 2 to level 70 this time around, and I was hoping to get 3 or 4. So hopefully by the next time walking, I have 3 or 4 more characters that are ready to hit level 70, and I'll be able to knock them out. And I've been trying to enjoy the Zerlat Caverns. I'm just not caring for the spawn rates on the rares over there at the moment. I don't know why Blizzard decided to change them. It would be nice if they put them back to what they were. I've also been messing with the Diablo 4 Goblin Treasure event that they have going on in game right now. I'm down to 2 items, the two-handed mace and the offhand. That both look like Wirt's Lake, so I'll just keep at them and hopefully I see them come through pretty soon. But besides all that, I did get into my normal farms, so let's take a look and see how I did. So starting my weekly farm, about once every 2 weeks, the Hunt Shadehounds pops up over in the mall. It's normally up for about 3 days, so I can get a few attempts on the Mawsworn Soulhunter just about every 2 weeks. The problem is, when it pops up, I'll normally get 1 attempt and then I'll forget the next few days that it's up, so I'll end up with just 1 attempt. But anyways, I headed over to the mall and I took out the Gorge Shadehound, and I got attempt number 33 on the Mawsworn Soulhunter. I didn't have any luck on him, so I'll just have to wait another week or so and he'll be back up and I can try it again. Pushing on after forgetting to do Siege of Orgrimmar last week. I did manage to get in there on my Void Elf Warrior this week, and still after the shoulders the Tusk of Mannoroth out of there, and this gave me the opportunity to get attempt number 14 on the Tusk of Mannoroth. I didn't have any luck on him, so I'll be back here next week, and hopefully that changes. So having no luck so far this week, I headed over to Antor's the Burning Throne. I still need the red Scythe out of here, so I set it to Mythic, worked my way to the back, took out Argus the Unmaker, and got attempt number 61 on the Scythe of the Unmaker, and had no luck getting this one again either. So I'll be back here next week also. So next up was Mystic Nighthold. I'm after the red Hellfire Infernal mount out of there. That's the mythic version. So I headed over there, made my way to the back, took out Gul'dan, and got attempt number 52 on the Hellfire Infernal mount. Again, I didn't see this one drop, so I'll be back here again next week also. My last raid was Ulduar, so I made my way up there, obviously looking for the time-lost Proto-Drake like I do every week. I didn't see him. Once I got there, I made my way to the back, took out Yogg-Saron, and got attempt number 47 on the Head of Mimiron mount. Again, I didn't see this one drop this week, and like the other raids, I'll be back here next week. So with just about everything done, I headed over to the Necrotic Wake. There I'm farming up Marrowfang, so I headed in, I worked my way to the back, I took out the end boss. I got my 3rd attempt on Marrowfang. I didn't have any luck on him, so of course I'll be back here next week. The last thing I normally do is my multi-character farm, and since I got the Mount Sharkbait last week out of Freehold, I decided I would try King's Rest for the Mummified Raptor. If you don't know what my multi-character farm is, it's where I take 13 characters into a particular dungeon I'm farming that week. And like I said, this week it is King's Rest, so let's take a look and see how my luck was.
You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now... You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now his... You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now his master gathers. You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. None! You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Time to bleed! You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now, time to bleed! You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now his master... You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan. Even now his master... You have broken Zul's hold! I serve that swine no longer! You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is merely a puppet in a larger plan.
Well, I didn't have any luck in here, but I gotta say this is one crazy farm. With the travel time from Veralis and all the RP that takes place in this dungeon, each run has taken a good 30 minutes. So hopefully this mount doesn't take too long to knock out. And even though I had no luck in any of my farms, I did farm up enough unearthed fragrant coins, which I did trade for coveted baubles. You needed 400 in total, which allowed me to buy the Igneous Shalewing. So I may not have got anything out of my farms, I did still get a new mount this week. And in case you're wondering, this week's transmog is Demon Breaker Battleplate. If this is something you like and you want to farm it up, this drops from Hellfire Citadel on the LFR difficulty only. It's pretty easy to get, so it shouldn't take you too long if you decide to go after it. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend, and you all take care.